Hey there, Papa Ron.
Hi, Rod.
How in the world are you?
Good, folks. How are you? We're sitting here eating lunch at the Golden Corral. Now, you might think, yeah, a couple of heavyweights going into the smorgasbord.
That's why we're heavyweights.
But you know, it's $8 or $9 here for seniors. You can't even get a Burger King burger for $8. I mean, why not come here and get a nice salad, some ham and roast? Anyway, we just soon eat here than a fast food burger joint.
No kidding.
Anyway, met for lunch. Rod came in and threw this paper down in front of me and said, "Hey, have you seen this?" I said, "No, what is it?"
Yeah, as much as we like Litecoin, this guy really raised a hair on the back of my neck, man. I want to go get my gun.
It's Charlie Lee's response to all the criticism he got from that CNBC interview he did. And I think that was a 8 or 10 minute video, and I watched that before. And, you know, he came across okay. He wasn't real pro anything, but that's just his personality.
Yep.
You know, he's not a big video PR, be in front of TV guy. So, you know, but then when I guess he got a lot of criticism about it. And after reading this and his response to that criticism, you know, it gives me some concerns too.
Well, you know, the platform of Litecoin is good. It's just this damn airhead dude thinks he's better than anybody else. At least that's the impression I got. Pissed me off.
Well, he kind of wants everybody to see his vision. And, you know, all of us that are into this decentralized crypto scene world, I mean, yeah, we see it. I mean, we're not anti-bank, but, you know, we know where the banks are headed, and the Federal Reserve and the government. We know all the corruption that's involved with that.
Amen.
And how a decentralized system would benefit all of us. And so, yeah, we're on board with all that. And what makes this whole thing work are the people that are putting their money into these various coins, like Litecoin, hoping that it succeeds. And if it succeeds, hopefully the value will increase, which benefits those that have put money into it. I mean, Rod,
which puts money into his pocket. But then he says he don't give a shit about any of us investing in it. That's what pisses me off.
Well, he kind of alluded that, yeah, he doesn't care about those that have put money in it. He just wants everybody to work on Litecoin so we can save the world.
The asshole sits down there and puts it on a ribbit where everybody and their mother could read it. So it's got to hurt the company some way or another, because it gives me a different outlook on that shithead, you know, who invented the damn thing. I tell you, it just really pisses me off. I got my hackles up, man.
Yeah, old Rod does. And this is Mr. I choose to be happy.
Yeah, happiness is a choice, and I choose to be happy. So I'm going to be happy about this, even though I don't like the son of a bitch.
You know, I see Rod's point. You know, he wants everybody to grasp his vision, and he doesn't care about making anybody, he says in here, I don't care about making you rich. Now, this paper was on Reddit, and it's titled, I think, His Response to Criticism.
Yeah.
I think you said Reddit, right?
Yeah, it was Reddit.
Yeah, Rod had to give his arm a rest there from holding the phone. You know, Rod and I were both invested in Litecoin. I think I've got 61 coins.
Wow.
And the
I don't
program
remember
is
how many
good.
I got.
You know, recent articles have said that
Probably got a half or quarter of a coin.
Recent articles, there's been some real positive stuff. Matter of fact, we just looked up last week when we were together, or earlier this week, that out of the 1,200 ATM machines in the United States that take Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, 1,240, 20% of them are Litecoin ATMs.
Yep, they are.
So they're expanding in that area. And, you know, we kind of like the whole program and where they're headed. But I just don't like the president or CEO or guy that's in charge of a company disrespecting the people that have brought the money in and kind of saying that he doesn't give a crap. So think about that. Now he used to work for Coinbase, and I don't know if he was with Bitcoin. But anyway, he ended up with, I'm sure, with some Bitcoin. No, I think he was with Bitcoin at first. But then he, when he started Litecoin, I mean, my question would be, well, how many coins did you end up with, Charlie Lee, and your developers? I mean, most of these companies, when they break off or do an ICO, they always retain quite a few coins in the hopes of supporting themselves and making some money when the thing takes off. I mean, I think 90% of the people invested in Litecoin have some kind of thing about speculation. We buy these currencies because we're on a trend of everything increasing in value. So of course, even these die-hard Charlie Lee's Litecoin people that are sold on the community and what he's doing, come on, in part of their brain, they're hoping that coin takes off too. Sure. So they can cash in on what they purchased.
Sure, it's just common sense.
Well, yeah, it's just part of human nature.
Yes, it is.
So
you don't invest in something to expect it to go down and lose money. Nobody does that. Well, right. Even a freaking Charlie Lee.
Well, that's my point. He's got to have a pretty good stash of coins, I would think, being the guy that started this.
Yeah.
And when they were pennies or a dollar or whatever, well, sure, he's retaining so many, hoping they go up too. So now to say, well, kind of piss on all you guys that are investing, and it's not my job to make you guys money or make you rich. My job is to make sure just Litecoin succeeds and my vision for the world increases.
Well, how does he expect to do that if there ain't no people involved in it?
Well, yeah. What if nobody ever bought any Litecoin at all? Do you think he wouldn't be doing this still?
You know, the thing about his article, he did say, if you don't like it, sell your Litecoin. Now, what manager or CEO of a company, any company, would tell you, go buy somebody else's product?
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me.
If you don't like it, tough. Now, before we got on here, we scrolled through. Rod got the comment or the article on Reddit because I wanted to see some of the comments that were made, and there's a lot of people supporting him in his thing. But at one point, one of the guys said, "Well, I'm glad you made this article because I'm going to take my Litecoins and I wanted to thank you because I'm going to take them and put them into Ethereum." And Charlie Lee's comment to that guy, "You're welcome." I mean,
what an asshole!
And some of the other comments, it was like he's a little baby wanting, if you're not going to play by my rules, we're not playing.
Yeah,
everybody's got
to take my toys and go home.
Well, yeah, they all have to have my vision and no speculators. And if you're speculating, I don't care if you're here or not. Anyway,
that's right.
We just kind of want to get on and give you our opinion of this article. And
but cite all that crap. Even though he's the CEO and don't give a shit about it. I like Litecoin. I'm still going to keep it. Maybe because I'm a little too heavy invested in it. But I could think about going to Ethereum. But I don't know.
But even if you had that same money today in Ethereum or Bitcoin, your percentage of profit would have been a lot higher. And just like he said, he calls the coin in here boring.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I know my coin's boring. You're on a Chevrolet lot.